tell you a story. So, we're all college students. I'm sure by now we've all had to deal with some difficult people. Like at work or in school, or specifically for me in high school, I had to do these group projects called thematics, and it was basically just like this, except you were with a group and you present some topic that your teachers assigned to you. And there were 3 of us, but one girl got the stomach flu before we presented, so she couldn't come that day, and my friend was supposed to give us information, and she didn't do it until the day it was due. So we kind of just had to work with it, and I threw it into the slideshow. We practiced it this class before we actually had to present it. We presented it, and somehow we pulled it off. We got like a 96% on it, which was incredible. And it's kind of best to show you shouldn't pick your friends to be in groups with you because they're difficult. So anyway, I'm going to teach you on how to handle difficult people by me. So why do you need to know? Difficult people are in every small group. They're everywhere. You can't avoid it. So you need to learn how to manage them and manage their skills and turn their weaknesses into strengths. And turn your weaknesses into strengths too. So here's a preview of ideas. I'm going to give you the definition of a difficult person. I'm going to give you some tips from the textbook. I'm going to teach you why you shouldn't be a difficult person. And I'm going to teach you how to turn your weaknesses into strengths. So definition, what makes a person difficult? A difficult person is a person who has a certain personality or emotional traits which make them difficult to communicate with. So, on page 78 of Small Group Work in the Real World, A Practical Approach by Mark Stoller, Andrea Thorson, and Brian Hirayama, there are 9 tips, but I'm just going to give you 4 because I thought that there were 4 that really stood out to me. So the first one is don't be too quick to label people. First impressions are usually wrong, and it's really rude to assume the worst in someone, so just don't do it. Give it time so you can figure out what a person is really like. Second, focus on people's strengths rather than their weaknesses. When someone knows that they're good at something, they're going to want to contribute. But if you just keep telling someone they're bad and everything they do is wrong, they're not going to want to help out, and you're going to make them hostile. And then you have to remember, some people cannot be rehabilitated. It's possible to do everything right and still be wrong. So if someone just won't change, you have to get over it. And lastly, you have to consider your own behavior. For me personally, I'm a conflict avoider, so that's something I told you guys actually the first day we had our little panel presentation, and it's something I'm working on myself. So if you're a difficult person, you have to look for shortcomings in yourself, and you will have to learn how to fix your shortcomings. And you need to know how to fix them, because if you don't, you're going to have problems throughout the whole small group thing you're doing, or throughout your whole life, actually. So, address the issue, find out what is bothering you in your small group and discuss it with them. Be a good team player, contribute to your group. According to an article on mindfuls.com, a website that gives essential tools for an excellent career, being a valuable team member can open new career opportunities because leaders may see firsthand what a great job you're doing. If you make a good impression, you never know what possibilities might open for you. So be a good team player because you want opportunities and you want people to want to work with you. Nobody wants to work with a difficult person. Okay, next I'm going to teach you how to turn your strengths into weaknesses. If you know you have an issue, try to use it to your advantage. You need to have the right mindset. You can overcome anything if you know your limits and you have to demolish them. So, according to an article on zenhabits.com by a blogger with real-life experience working in small groups, if you develop the mindset that weaknesses aren't really weaknesses, you've just broken through your limitations and fears. So, for example, if you're afraid of public speaking, maybe you should try to be an intimate speaker first. Speak to people one-on-one, and when you get comfortable with that, speak to maybe like 2 people, 3 people, start working in small groups, then get to bigger groups, and then eventually give speeches, and maybe you'll be at least semi-decent at public speaking. So, remember, in every small group there are difficult people, and you'll always be around them. Learn to manage their difficulties, and your own, and overcome your own faults. So, I've talked to you today about what a difficult person is, they're hard to communicate with, the tips in the textbook, and which ones I thought were important, why you shouldn't be a difficult person, and how to change the difficulties inside you to turn your weaknesses into strengths. So, difficult people are everywhere. Accept it. Like for me, I have difficult people at school, at home, specifically my brother. He eats everything and he's super messy and it just drives me crazy. Try to be kind and respectful. I know it's hard, but just attempt it. Try to work together and try to find a solution that suits everyone.